Good morning. A domestic incident turns deadly. Police say a man shot a woman before taking his own life and keeping their memory alive. How the community is paying tribute to two fallen Metro officers. Plus, get ready for summer weather. Sally shows us the hot week ahead in her Weather Now forecast. Your news starts right now.
Now, live, this is 8 News Now, Weekend Edition.
Good morning and thanks for joining us. I'm Orko Manna. Two people are dead after a shooting in the Southern Valley. Metro Police say it happened yesterday in a neighborhood near Pebble and Valley View. Officers tell us a woman was shot several times while trying to drive away from a home. Police found the body of the suspected shooter, who had then apparently turned the gun on himself. The woman is expected to survive. Meanwhile, Clark County firefighters are investigating a deadly house fire in the Northeast Valley. It happened early yesterday morning near Charleston and Lamb. Responding firefighters found a person's body inside the home after they extinguished the blaze. The cause is still under investigation. Well, it's really starting to feel like summer out there, and another warm-up is on the way. Let's check in with Sally Jaramillo for a look at your forecast.
Good Sunday morning to you. Well, today we have another sunny and dry day in store for you. Now, I do want to talk to you about these changes here for your air quality. Yesterday, we had that high reading, very sensitive levels for the ozone. Today, we do see it in the moderate standing, so good news for you there. Your pollen forecast goes like this. The weeds will remain high still, trees moderate, grass and mold will be low for today. Now, that UV index looking very high once again. We are expected to reach that 10.2. And the highest hour will definitely be by 1 p.m., so definitely wear lots of sunscreen. Satellite radar, we do want to warn you about a wind advisory that was issued really at midnight all the way on to 2 p.m. today. Now, the areas that will be affected will be Lake Mead, Upper Colorado River Valley, Southern Clark County, Laughlin, Primm, Searchlight, and San Bernardino counties. You could see those north breezes up to 25 to 35 miles per hour. Your Sunday goes like this: 93 degrees by that 3 p.m. hour, gusts all the way into the 18-mile-per-hour range. And coming up in my full weather, we're going to be talking more about these temperatures that are looking to strike up for your work week. Back to you.
Thank you, Sally. Trading their axe and hose to strike a pose, the 16th annual Firefighter Bachelor Auction took over the SLS last night. Darlene Melendez was there for all the fun and gives us a look at the charity event.
Firefighters in uniform. That's a normal sight at the scene of a fire, but tonight's a little different. It's the 16th annual firefighter auction, and they're bringing the heat.
We love our community. We're so grateful that they allow us to have a fun, sexy night.
Anthony Nino Galloway is the vice president of the Firefighters of Southern Nevada Burn Foundation. Every year, the auction raises money to help burn victims.
Our money goal for tonight is $125,000.
These firefighters aren't on the clock tonight, but they're still working for their money. Some freestyled, some worked on a routine.
I had to put a lot of hours and hours of practice.
And after they were done, they got auctioned off to the highest bidder.
$4,000. And I'm still bidding.
Julie Siegel is having a blast, but for her, tonight is more than just winning an auction.
My mother was a burn survivor, so it's an extremely important cause for me. I like to bid for the dinners at the fire station house and bring in other burn survivors in the community.
Sure, they're easy on the eyes, and tonight is a release from the tough parts of their jobs.
A release with rules.
But for these first responders, tonight is about giving back.
For community servants, what we do is we serve our community.
Unfortunately, we see people on their worst days when it comes to fire. You know, we like to be there, the first responders, the first people in there, but it doesn't stop there. Once we put out the fire, once we stop all of that, there's still a follow-up. If somebody's been burned by it, we want to make sure that we see that through.
Darlene Melendez, 8 News Now.
All of that for a good cause. You can learn more about the auction and the cause at theburnfoundation.org. 5 years ago, 2 Metro police officers were killed in an ambush. This weekend, the community came together to keep their memory alive. Officers Igor Soldo and Alan Beck were having lunch at Cici's Pizza when they were shot by 2 anti-government extremists. Today, the location near Nellis and Stewart has become a memorial to honor them. A mural was created by local artist Cassandra Sosa. The recent Chaparral grad was chosen through a contest started by the owner of Cici's.
This mural can't replace them. If it could, I would make it 100 times more, but Sadly, it's just like to keep their memory alive.
An unveiling ceremony was held Friday. Officer Igor Soldo's family attended. The CC's location is also donating a portion of today's sales to the Injured Officers Police Fund of Nevada. The two officers, Soldo and Beck, weren't the only ones killed in that shooting. 31-year-old Joseph Wilcox was killed as he tried to stop one of the gunmen inside a Walmart.
He wanted to help, so it doesn't really shock me that he rushed in and tried to help people.
I just miss everything. There isn't anything about him I don't miss. I miss him being here.
Wilcox had a concealed carry permit and confronted one of the gunmen inside Walmart, but that suspect's wife shot and killed him. The Metro Honor Guard was at his funeral, and city leaders awarded him the posthumous Medal of Valor for his bravery. The impact of gun violence, that was the aim of multiple rallies in the Valley. This North Las Vegas event was organized by gun safety supporters. This comes during National Wear Orange weekend. Orange is the color that 15-year-old Hadia Pendleton's friends wore in her honor after she was shot and killed in Chicago in 2013. After that, it became the defining color of the nationwide gun violence prevention movement.
It is something that we absolutely need action for Congress to take action in order to protect our children and to prevent people who should not have guns from being able to possess them.
The Nevada legislature recently passed a bill meant to strengthen Nevada's gun laws. One rally was held downtown calling on Governor Steve Sisolak to veto the bill they say takes away a constitutional right.
Nevadans don't want to live in a police state. Nevadans do not want to live under tyranny. They want to be able to exercise their free rights, their rights as citizens. We don't want to have the right for the free press taken away. We don't want our right to vote taken away. We don't want our right to keep and bear firearms taken away.
AB 291 still awaits Governor Sisolak's signature. It includes a bump stock ban and the so-called red flag provision. It allows courts or family members to request a gun be taken away from someone who's deemed a threat. 8 News Now is your local election headquarters, and early voting for this year's municipal elections has come to an end. Over the past 2 weeks, more than 12,000 people cast their ballots ahead of the general election, and if you haven't voted yet, Election Day is Tuesday. Clubfoot is a physical condition affecting 1 in every 1,000 babies born. Even families here in the Valley feel the impact. Reporter Kristen Drummond shows us how a group is stepping up for a local family in a story you'll only see on 8 News Now.
Yeah, but I'm getting my upper half.
Yay! Kisses for baby Watson.
He's 3 months old, full of energy, all smiles.
Mwah. His mothers, Megan and Jordan Biaz, say he stays positive even around his big brother, despite his medical condition.
He's determined as ever. He's still meeting his milestones. He wants to roll over. He wants to sit up.
But struggles because of the cast on his legs. Watson was born with clubfoot, a birth defect where the baby's foot is turned inward. His mothers learned of his medical condition during pregnancy.
Right away, my mind went to, what did I do? Did I do something wrong?
It was like why us?
Heartbreaking.
Can you sing, bud?
But not stopping the duo from taking immediate action.
Until he got here, we just did a lot of research.
First, choosing a local doctor to treat their son after birth.
He was casted his first time at 10 days old.
But it led to complications and made Watson's condition even worse.
Complex clubfoot happened due to improper treatment.
The mothers then sought one of the nation's leading experts on clubfoot to care for their son across the country in St. Louis.
So we're an one-income family, so it's been tough
to go out of state. Everything is out of pocket.
But national flight charity Miracle Flights is helping with the travel cost. The organization covers flight expenses for families to ease the financial burden when seeking medical treatment.
We're just overjoyed that they were there and provided the assistance that we needed.
Taking away one stress so Watson's mothers can focus on his recovery. Kristen Drummond, 8 News Now.
All done?
And we're all pulling for him. The charity will fly Watson and his mothers to Missouri again today for a doctor's appointment. They anticipate Watson's cast coming off. He should then transition to a brace. Miracle Flights plans to welcome Watson back to Las Vegas on Tuesday with a celebration at McCarran International Airport. Well, some hardworking graduates will start their college careers with a little help. After the break, see how hitting the books paid off for these local students. And later, a community comes together after massive flooding. We take a look at the recovery efforts in Arkansas when the Valley's news leader returns.